Hey guys, today we are gonna be the top end rebuilding CRF 100 2004, and I think I blew out the rings. So basically, what we're gonna do is pull out and check if there's any scar marks, and we're gonna have to order some new parts. Let's get to work.
Okay, we went ahead and pulled off the
Valve cover.
So
this is the valve cover right here. You have a seal and everything. You got 10mm bolts, 2 of them for the top.
And this is your timing chain tensioner, and this is as well. So I think
once you unscrew that, it'll make it less stronger.
Let me see that 12mm. Okay, then this whole thing unscrews.
Good.
Okay, and you can see this guy.
Now it's getting more loose.
Yep, you can feel it starting to loosen up. You can see this guy has got a rubber seal on it.
So right here, there's that black thing right there. It's a rubber seal. Goes in right there.
Okay, set that back.
There. Should just
okay.
Be.
Wait, we got another tensioner.
Right here?
Yep.
Here, I'll show the camera.
Yep, bring the camera over.
So right here, guys, is the tensioner. Also right there, here's the chain. What is this, a 12 or
this
10?
Is a 10mm.
A lot of
the
stuff.
The other one was a 12mm, so it's really, I think,
12, 8s, and 10s.
12, 10, and 8 is pretty much the whole thing on this.
So me personally, what we did was we took out the engine out of the frame. It's just easier because the frame is like right here. It's just kind of hard to get out the
There's not much
cover.
Room on top to get your head and valve cover off.
Yeah.
So we're taking this off. This screw is actually just holds this plate on, and when you take it out, it holds that on like that. So this guy actually will just push out now that that plate's on there.
And that's the actual
So I think if you look down in here,
let me look down there.
You can see you got your
right there is
timing chain tensioner, and I think if you just push on this, it should push this little guy out. Yep.
Yep, so see what he did, guys? He basically pushed this black thing out, and when he did that, it made this
And this
thing
is,
come
I
out.
think, for the top part of your tensioner, and this is the bottom one. So
yeah.
I think this one does the big part of the timing chain
and this
tensioner.
This is the smaller one.
And this does your, I think, small adjustments.
Yeah, that's right, guys.
I might get a pair of needle nose and pull that out.
And basically what we're going to do after that, once we get that, we're going to take these bolts out. We'll show you later in the video.
Okay, there. That came right out. So, and you can see how it's oblong.
So
how that's shaped. So depending on how you turn that,
it's how the tensioner is?
Yes, it depends on the tensioner.
So
and also,
basically what this looks like is like this little curved thing. It's like this. And so this thing puts tensioner, and this moves it more. So it's like putting tensioner on that, and it's like really loose. Now see how...
And before we get ahead of ourselves and take this all the way off, we made sure we're on top dead center and on our exhaust stroke.
So
and if you look at your timing chain sprocket up here, you can see it's got that mark, and that should be straight up, and this should be right on that arrow. You should be on the T on your exhaust stroke.
So you guys
don't keep turning it. I got it right now.
Okay.
But you'll turn this, and if you put your finger over the exhaust hole,
you can feel
you will feel on the exhaust stroke. It'll push your finger off.
It won't actually push your finger off, but you'll feel it move.
You will feel compression come out, and then you should be on the right stroke. Okay, now those are 12mm. So I think we just got to take off 1, 2, 3, 4. That takes off your valve cover, or your, not valve cover, go ahead. That's on that 1/4 inch drive. See how that is. Here, you work on that. Okay, that guy was snug.
Definitely snug.
We can get a 12 for that 3/8 drive too. Okay.
Once you break them off, it's pretty easy.
Okay.
A little bit more snugged.
Here. There you go. There it goes.
Someone tighten these down.
Yeah, these actually, I don't know the exact torque specs right now, but these do get cranked down pretty good, I believe. There you go. Almost got it. One more tight one.
And make sure your socket is completely on the nut. If you don't, if it's not on there, it will strip it. God, these are tight on here.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. All right, now we're jamming. Okay, just loosen. Don't take those off yet.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna break them loose. Hey, don't break them. Just loosen. Just break them loose.
This one's still loose. Yep.
And then I think we actually need to take this. No, this sprocket. You can't get your ratchet when it's sideways like this. So what I want to do is we're gonna come back a half turn.
So
we were on top dead center here. I'm gonna come back a half turn. Counterclockwise, and now break that loose.
Okay. If you want to show them like which direction.
No.
They got it.
I can't.
That's
I can't.
1 millimeter.
We just need to put the camera back farther.
Yeah, we need to keep this.
Okay, that break. Okay. Then before I go, I'm gonna go back to top dead center. I'm gonna go a half turn back this way, and we're gonna break this guy loose.
You know why they're different colors?
I don't have it. Hold on, stop. 1 second. It's moving. I might need to put something here. You want to put that back? I need something to hold that.
Here, we can put the camera back.
Put the camera down. This is actually where it would be nice to have the impact. Yes. Or you can, it won't turn slow.
Yep.
There it went.
Yep,
okay, go ahead and take that guy out.
Okay, so
and what
don't we have to make sure this chain is not following?
Yes,
okay,
we do.
We're gonna take off the sprocket.
When we take this off, we're gonna put a wire or something through it to kind of hang it up. I think I've got some metal wire up here.
And do drain your oil.
Yeah, we did drain the oil already.
Looks like there is oil on top of here.
That is. This
So,
actually will put oil. That's how the bike works. It will put oil up in here to keep all this
hold on,
lubricated.
it's starting to look like it's starting to bend a little. Oh, there we go.
Okay. So let's hold this right quick. So I'm gonna go.
If we can, I'll try to.
I'm gonna go back. Try this just to make sure we didn't get screwed up. I'm gonna spin this again to make sure we're on the right stroke. Okay, there it went.
Turning that way or make sure it is good timing, and he'll know it when the air pushes out and it's good.
Yep, the air just pushed out, so...
It's still top center. Yep, there you go.
There we go. So, to get this guy out, we are going to go back counterclockwise just a bit. Okay?
Yep.
So, I'll go clockwise to fix it. So, go ahead and... Let's get a piece of wire ready.
Okay. Yep. So, basically, when I put this wire over this chain, we do not want that chain to fall in.
Not until we get the head off.
Yes. That's correct.
You got a pair of side cuts or something?
Yeah.
We'll cut a little piece of this off. That should work.
Right here? No.
At the bottom of them. That's fine. No, just where we were. Perfect. Okay. Okay, go ahead and take this bolt out here.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold the sprocket and the chain when you're taking that out.
Should be good. A little tight still. A little tight, snug. Are we gonna take out the sprocket?
Yes, we'll take the sprocket out. Just keep working that back.
I had a better idea. Let me just take off this.
Yeah, I would use like a little extension on that or something.
My
Okay.
hands are a little oil, so it's slippery to get off.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Oh, all right.
I got the sprocket. You got the chain.
You sure you want the sprocket?
Here, I'm gonna. Let me put this
Yeah, put that
into the
through
hole
that for a
so you
second.
can let it kind of like drop and get the chain
Drop
off.
that down just a bit.
Yep.
I'm gonna work that chain off. Here, you just hold that for a second.
So basically, guys, we put
I'm
the
gonna bring
wire
that
for
like
the hole.
that so we can drop it down a little bit. My chain's just not wanting to quite come off there yet.
Oh, sensors.
There it went. There it went.
Okay. Okay. Now I got to hold the chain.
You hold the chain. I'm gonna let that wire. I gotta take that wire off
Okay.
so I can get the sprocket out.
Okay, I got.
And then you got the chain. Oh,
Yep.
you're right. Okay. And,
Sprocket looks good. And we'll probably just make a loop here.
And just to show you, to make sure we've got it turn the right way, that was the top dead center mark. That was on the outside. So
We're gonna leave that flat.
we'll lay that back here. And now we'll loop up this chain for a moment, just to make sure it's not going anywhere.
And now we're gonna take this off.
Actually, we can go ahead and take off these.
Okay, so basically now we're gonna take off this.
Yep.
Now I got them pretty loose.
Yep.
Well, it's just a matter of fact of breaking.
And those do have washers on them, so set all these together back here.
Like, here. Just so set them together like that.
Yep. And I'm gonna set these for the cam gear or the timing chain gear. Sorry.
And guys, always go reverse and back just to make sure you
I'm gonna
guys
set that with
know
that
what
guy.
you guys are doing and make sure you guys don't mess up anything.
Yeah,
Last
just take
one.
your time, and
He a little snug.
this isn't a terribly difficult project.
Yes, and make sure, take your time, because if you rush too fast, sometimes you just don't know where the bolts go, and you don't want that.
Okay,
now
so this should,
mallet maybe?
I think, with a little, it might need some, a little bit of a love to come off here. We'll see. We might need a mallet.
Okay, I'll go grab a mallet.
There it goes.
Oh, never mind. We got that. If you guys can't get it off, just tap it with a mallet to the side.
There it went. That was great. That was better. And it does have a little, see, that's why we tied that up.
Yep.
It does have that little...
Rockers.
The rockers on there.
Oh, so it has...
It has the little thing to keep to line it up right.
And don't want to turn this, right?
Well...
Yeah, you don't want to... Well...
Yeah, you're going to have to take that off, so... let's... Actually, what we might do...
And it does matter where we do put it. And
so, hold on. What I might do to keep this all squared up, like...
Can we just go like that, dude? Put it like around there. Let's make it another loop.
Which way? Well... Actually, I think when we put the valves back down...
So basically, this is a rocker right here. The chain spins it and it pushes these valves down. They're really tough. Does it matter which way it goes? Yeah.
I think it does.
It was like, these holes were like just like that. And if the timing's off, it's a little...
It was like, alright.
Well, actually, no, because look, the sprocket would go on there and line it up. We just have to make sure this is going that way.
Yeah, it can go, I guess you can do this one, it can be wrong one way or the other. But
No, because like this one will go on this one. Oh.
No, it can go it can go upside down. So we'll make sure we set this back. I think when I saw it.
So guys, make sure when you
there
guys...
should be a mark or something on here.
We'll have to look.
I want to see if I can find anything on this.
Here.
I
think we just have to have this rock. Where's that other bolt?
Alright, we'll go back to this.
Should we start putting this back in here?
No, leave that out.
Okay.
And you can leave the valves in and everything for now. So the next two things we need to take out are the head bolts.
Where? Let's try.
You can't see it
Oh,
over
right here. Okay, so basically, guys, here. Right,
I think there's one more here.
One right there.
And I think with these off, I think there's another spacer here for this thing.
Yep. Then
So
line it up.
I'm gonna stick this back in here.
So basically, guys, when we take these off, there's another one. Whoa.
There is not another one. Hold on.
It
I think
isn't?
there's just one more over here because this actually holds the head down too.
Yeah, that's right, because these are the studs too.
Yes,
So basically,
those
we're
are
gonna
the
take
studs.
this one up.
I
And
think this is the last one, I believe.
What do we do with the chain after this? Do we still leave it?
Yeah, we'll show them. Just.
Okay.
All right, you want to hold that motor back just a little bit. Move your head back just a little bit. All right. Okay. Hands are greasy. Okay, this thing should just pull right out of here. Now this might be where you need a mallet. This thing
is more.
Maybe has probably never been taken apart.
Do you want me to go grab a mallet?
But that's a long bolt. You might need something.
Just a mallet like this. It's fine.
That actually is coming up. So this is your head.
Never mind. Well,
so hold on to that chain for a second until I come up a little further.
Okay.
And then when we get down so far, you can squeeze underneath. Okay.
You can definitely do this by one person, but it is easy.
It is nice to have a second set of hands. So that's the head.
Now we still don't want this.
We'll check the valve seals eventually. Not right now.
Where's the piston? I thought the piston was on dead center top.
Well, I think that's it. Well, we'll get it set back up. Hold on. I think it moved. Yeah, we moved when we...
Did something. Oh.
No, it's alright.
Oh.
I think it just moved. When we took off... So that should be top dead center. I think it just moved back a little bit when we took that jug off.
Yeah.
Or the head off. And I don't think you can pull this tensioner out till you're done. This guy, I think, neither one of these will come out, I don't think, till you get the head off. So we're getting real close now. And here's a gasket here. That's your head gasket.
Hopefully it is not scratched up into the walls of this piston. If it is, there's something that's called a reboarded.
Yeah, we'll get it bored if we need to.
Or there's these kits that you can make it like, so this is a 100, or there's these kits that you can make it a 125?
120.
Yeah, sorry. Still, you'll feel the power, but...
Okay, you got that mallet?
Yeah, get the mallet.
So I don't think this thing's ever been taken off before, so we're just gonna give it a couple little taps.
And we might have to buy a new...
Yeah, you have to, not might. We have to buy new gaskets. These are not something you want to reuse, so I think that gasket just came loose there. And now you can drop, well, don't drop it. We'll work it out one last time, and these tensioners should come up with it.
Okay. Let me do this and do this.
And we're fighting the piston here too. You're good. Run that out. You can definitely drop that.
Okay. So basically, here, let me grab that really quick.
Get that out of the way.
Okay, so. Oh, that's a little tight on there. Hold up. It's caught on something.
We're caught. Hold on. Yeah.
Don't want to get it caught.
So just take your time. Okay. I think we got the chain stuck between the two tensioners. I'm going to come back down just a bit on the piston. Hold on. Oh, that just moved. So back to that. 1 sec. And hold on. Let me get this out. They got crossed on that chain. Hold on that tensioner. Okay.
Okay, I got it now.
You got it? Does it feel free?
Yes.
Okay, now, there it goes.
You still don't want to drop it in there.
No, we can take...
Well...
That can actually just lay over there for now.
Does it look like it got oil?
And see, that's your tensioner. And you can see how that does some of the adjustments there. And how this guy will do some adjustments.
Basically, this would push on here. There's a screw right there, and it pushes on this. What's that?
That is, I think, just a guide.
Does that look like it got oil on there? Or
it's hard to say. I haven't got a chance to really look at these. Let me set this down carefully. Actually, first thing I want to do, this thing. Okay, this sits. You want to take a picture of this real quick?
Oh, hold on. I can't do it on the recording right now.
This sets with the tab, I think, going back this way. But I wanted to look at this wall.
Okay.
Piston wall.
Good.
Looks actually fairly good. I don't see any scratches.
Why was it?
We might be able to do a little boring, or not boring, honing.
What's that?
It's where you very lightly rehatch it.
Why does it look a little scratched?
No, it's not scratched. It's actually too smooth. It needs some very light hatch marks from a hone, which you can do here in your garage with a pretty cheap attachment on a drill. So,
what does...
I'm not seeing anything majorly wrong.
So it doesn't look like it was oil, though?
With the rings, but for it to blow out oil the way it did, I could be wrong. Something was either getting worn out, or we had possibly even still, you could have had a valve seal go out. But if we got this far into the motor with the motor off and the bike apart, we're going to go ahead and replace the rings, probably the piston, valve seals, your gaskets. So now what we need to do is clean up any of these gasket seals real clean, and we'll put new gaskets on. We'll order a new piston and rings, and we'll put it back together.
Well, that's pretty nice. We did take off this cover right here. You definitely want to take it off because you want to see that, and you don't have to take it off the bike, but it's telling you it's a lot more easier.
Just the way there's not much clearance up here, it doesn't give you much room to take these off. So I think these stems actually can come out.
Like twist out?
Yeah, I think they thread in there. We
could still probably take off the piston. We're taking out the piston?
Yeah, I think you can still do the piston just the way it sits.
I wonder how it blew, when it means blow, it explodes or just breaks? Just
what?
The oil, the rings.
Sometimes they will literally break off there. Sometimes, you'll see the pistons actually break. This, I don't see any broken rings, but we were definitely getting some oil out of it, so I think it's one of two things. It's either the rings are getting really worn and we're not holding compression and oil right, or the valve seals.
There are some cheap things that you can buy. You can buy a new piston. You can buy new rings. I wouldn't get too cheap because it's not the best quality.
Yeah, I wouldn't go super cheap on my pistons and rings.
Like $80. to 100.
Yeah, I found a Honda OEM piston and ring set for I think 80 or 85 bucks. I've used, like, I think it's the Niche brand on my Honda Recon, and it's okay for, I think, a light use, but anything I think you want to use long term, or you're going to ride a little harder, I think I definitely would recommend using some higher quality
Yeah.
rings and piston. So yeah, I think we have some parts. I'm gonna double check this jug walls one more time.
And if you guys do have any questions, make sure you comment. I think that'll be it.
Yeah, for today, we're gonna get some parts and we'll put it back together and clean all this stuff
Maybe
up.
we'll show you part 2, how to put it back together. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe to this video. We'll see you in the next video.